Well, Ian, another great signing for you today, a re-signing. Michael Rose back to the club, putting pen to paper today.
Yeah, thrilled about that. Michael, that was almost his first full season as a first team player last season, and he excelled, and I think he's got every attribute to excel at a higher level. He's got to improve in certain areas of the game. I think he needs to smell danger a little bit quicker defensively, but you know, he's a big thoroughbred at times. The way he crosses it, moves over the ground, and he can pass the ball immaculately from the back, and he's good in the air. He's a great type of boy in the dressing room. So we're delighted. I mean, he turned himself into first choice centre back last year, and then at the end of the season did well at right back a couple of times when we had to use him there. So he was one of the main ones we targeted. He's been away for a wee while. It was quite hard. Obviously, his main residence is in Aberdeen. He stays in a flat owned by Nicky Devlin. Thanks for that, Nicky. When he's down here, so it's a big. He was one of the big ones for us, or the 4 or 5 big ones, and we're delighted that he's staying for another season. I think if he progresses, he could certainly play at a really decent level and make a decent living for himself.
Now, you've already got a few players back in, but fans are asking questions, for example, about Jamie Adams, Robbie Crawford and Davy Ferguson.
Yeah, well, Jamie's coming in today at 5 o'clock. He needs to do his work in the fields first before he comes in and speaks to me. So he's coming in at 5 o'clock. I know he's been phoned by a couple of Irish teams, I think basically because he lives in Stranraer, which is a pretty easy jaunt over there. I'll be hugely disappointed if Jamie leaves. I'll hopefully have news of that later in the week. But as I say, I'm speaking to him at 5 o'clock today. David Ferguson's on holiday just now, so I'll talk to him as soon as he gets back. And I spoke to Robbie yesterday, and I'm going to speak about him in the board meeting tonight. For me, he's a crucial player. There is 1 Premier League club and 2 Championship clubs in for him. He's been here a while, so you know he's a wee bit whether he should stay or whether he should go. And I'm saying this is the time not to go. You know, your teammates from last season who all did really well together, and other players had opportunities to leave. It's different for Robbie because he's been here 7, 8 years now, but he's turned himself into a main player, and I just feel if touchwood he can stay fit next year and play 36 league games, if he can play as I know he can, I think the types of teams in for him will be a lot bigger than the ones that are currently in for him. So I'm hoping he stays. If he doesn't, he'll go with my best wishes. You know, he came through the academy here and has played for 8. I don't know how many games he's played. I would imagine it's quite a lot. But he's a key player for us, I think, and I really want to keep him, and I'll be making that clear at the board tonight.
Another name that came to my mind there, Declan McDaid. Is there?
Yeah, I spoke to Declan's guy Monday, I think. So there's a slight wee issue with Declan, but we'll hope to get that tied up in the next few days.
Right. If you've been looking at the Facebook pages, Somerset Road End, everywhere just now, the question is, what's the goalkeeping position for them?
Well, we're in the market for a goalie. We're in the market. I believe I'm close to tying up a goalie. Time will tell on that one. There's been a number of people put my way, but we're aware we need a goalkeeper, and we need a left back, and there is an offer out for a left back, and in my opinion we need another midfielder and a centre back. But that will be subject to board approval because they've been great so far, and I've got to say that's with the huge jump in AU 500 club. There's no doubt about that, and you know I think I've been quoted as saying 1,000 season books. Maybe that's optimistic, but I think when you look at Kilmarnock, you look at the season we had, I think we've got to aim for that. You know, and that gives us the money in the Ayr United account ready to go. You know, and I think at times for season books it's pretty cost effective as well when you look over a season, and if you can't go, give it to your mate, you know, or give it to your family to go. So what it does do for me is it's not just about the financial aspect of it, about the season books, is it almost guarantees a real atmosphere at Somerset. If you've got 1,000 seats, they're going to come, then you've got other people that pay at the gate, then you've got the away attendance, you're looking then up 1,800, 2,000, and you know yourself, it only takes 2,000 at Somerset to get the place absolutely rocking. So it's very important, you know, whether we'll be able to get a centre back and I'm not saying it's dependent on that, of course it's not, but it certainly helps centre back and a midfield player, of which I've got my eye on a midfielder already. I've already spoke to the club involved, and I think we definitely need a centre back, just a different type than we've got just now.
Okay, the other aspect is we're all getting a bit fed up of not having a Saturday or a day to go out for football. Have we got any friendlies?
Well, I've just have the phone actually. I think we're close to agreeing one on the 7th, and I'm close to agreeing one on the 30th. Both would be away from home, and you know, one might be behind closed doors. And we're only looking, because of the format of the Betfred Cup now, we're only looking for 3. When I first started, you were looking for 5-6 pre-season games, but now you only really look for 3 because you've got 4 Betfred Cup games coming in quick succession, and then the Cup, the Iron Brew Cup it's called now, you've got that as well. So you know, you only need 3 pre-season games, and I think I'm close to getting 2 already, and we'll fit another one in.
When does training restart? They're asking that as well.
Saturday, June the 16th, is that a Saturday? Yeah, I think so. It's the Saturday in June, it's either the 16th or the 14th.
And are you a ball player on the first day, or you get stuck into them?
No, first day we're down in Ayr, and Stevie Maguire, God bless him, will doing all the fitness testing, and then we'll just take him for a run, and the following week we'll be based up in Glasgow just for a week, and it's where I know all sorts of runs, and that'll be a hard week. Maybe it's old fashioned, but I don't think there's a shortcut to being fit. I mean, I genuinely don't. I think there's no excuse. Sometimes you can't get a player that can beat 3 men with the ball, or you can't get a player that can pass it, split a defence, but there's no excuse not to be as fit as you possibly can be. I knew that from my career, because for 50% of my career I wasn't as fit as I should have been. So there's no shortcuts to getting fit. They'll have a hard week, but you know, the balls will be out the first day as well.
Thanks, Ian.
Cheers.